Here is a Evergo Hugger ceiling fan. I don't exactly remember what the model number is, but I'm sure I do have that in my picture album somewhere. So if anyone wants to check it out, um, I have a video of this fan that I made like 2 years ago when I got this fan, and I probably showed the model number of this fan, so you can check out that video. Or I'll probably just put it in the description box, which nobody reads. And this ceiling fan is from December of 1986. And there were a couple of replacements parts of this fan. Like, most obvious one is the motor, but that one we'll save last to mention about. So this globe right here is not original. My friend told me that the globe shattered while he was taking it down, or it shattered while he was loading it in his truck. Because this fan is from a friend of mine from school. I probably did mention that in one of my older videos from 2022. So, yeah, you probably should see my older videos of this fan. And also this light pole chain right here is not original either. In the original one, I mean, it's had its time in there. It was hard to pull, and it didn't always cooperate, so it's had its time in there, and yeah. So I just had a spare pull chain on hand that happened to be the same finish as the fan, so I thought, why not put it in there? And now the motor, which will probably take up most of this video, but when I got this fan did not work. The fan did not it even turn. I even tried a lot of different things. I tried putting in a new capacitor because the capacitor is supposed to make the ceiling fan motor spin, and that didn't work. I tried putting in a new reverse switch because the reverse switch had a short in it, so I thought, okay, that's got to be the problem. I mean, the original reverse switch was shorted out, but that was not the full problem with the fan motor. And I tried putting a new 3-speed pull chain. That didn't work. So the motor was just gone. So I stripped the motor apart, took the rotor plates off, and on the stator I saw the windings were pretty close to being black. So I just chucked that in the scrap bin, and I tried multiple different ceiling fan motors, wasted a lot of time, wasted a lot of money, and the first motor I tried is a turn-of-the-century Eros motor, and that did not work. And I tried a Littleton motor, and that didn't work. And what's sad about Evergo ceiling fans is that the blade brackets are not a standard size, so if you do get one of those and the motor is burnt out, you're basically SOL until you get a new motor. Or if you know a bit of drilling abilities like I do. I mean, I got this in 2022, and back then I did not know about drilling, but it's 2024 now, so I took some classes in high school that talked about more about that, and I know how to do that now. And around December of 2023, I finally got a motor that I think would work good with this ceiling fan, and it works absolutely great now. It totally revived this fan, and if something is loose, probably these screws are not original to the fan either, because this fan had a lot of missing screws, and this switch housing is not all the way tight. I probably will have to retight that at some point, but the time just has not came. Or I'll probably just put a washer there. But enough rambling. Let's show you guys how awesome this fan runs. Here's the light. I'm using a 200-watt incandescent bulb. And yes, I did add a cane medallion. I'll get this close to you. Yeah, you can see, I don't know if you can see well on camera, but this is a cane medallion. And here is low. Now, Evergo ceiling fans are known to be noisy, but I heard it's from the way the motors are designed. And it is moving a steady breeze for being a flush mount ceiling fan. However, I would not deem this as a super low speed, so I probably would have a variable speed control, but the switches I use for this fan are the push button switches, you know, from like the 1920s or 1930s. Around the same era the house was built. And even from where I'm standing by the door, I feel the air. But it is a nice, quiet low. I can definitely listen to records listening to the speed or on the speed. Medium. And it goes significantly faster. It's honestly more like a high for any modern fan these days. Yeah, this RPM speed is actually not too far from like what a modern fan these days would be. And the airflow is actually pretty good too. It's not as powerful as the high on the turn of the century Viente I have in the living room. But it's actually not too far from that. And now high. And it does make a cyclic hum on high. And it does wobble a lot. I didn't get the blades balanced perfectly like I should. But this thing is spinning so fast, I honestly feel like it's about to fall off my ceiling. And just an FYI, I had to get different screws for the electrical box that was in this ceiling fan because for the medallion, because the screws were about this long, so I couldn't get the medallion in. But I had to get screws that are about, I think, that long to get the medallion to fit on the fan. And it's actually made moving some air. Like, I don't know if it'll show too well on video, but the hanging lamp is swaying a little bit. Actually, both of them are. The curtains are getting a nice air as well. I don't know how well that shot got, but that's how much of this fan moves. I don't know exactly why it's making that hum. I don't know if I'll still be able to listen to records on this speed or not, but I'll probably have to try it someday. But it's almost 9 o'clock as of the recording of the video, so yeah, probably won't be able to listen to records until tomorrow. Now off. And yes, I did add a tassel pull chain to it. After all, this is a nice 80s ceiling fan, so why not have a tassel? If I haven't mentioned it already, this fan was made in March of 1986, so it's about 22 years older than me. And there, in case you're wondering, there is no cane or stencil on the other side. It's plain either way. It's kind of boring, honestly, especially for an 80s fan. Normally, I don't show a spin down time, but the spin down time on this fan is kind of abysmal. Yeah, it just stops in like 30 seconds. I don't think I would deem that good, but maybe the bearings are a little locked up in there. But these are ball bearings. I don't think grease would help. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and more to come later. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a YouTube video, but I was just busy with school and all that. But it is springtime now, which means I'll be less busy. So I should be able to upload more. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Over and out.